Most of you would know the meaning of the word personification. When we say a person personifies some quality, we mean to say that that person is an embodiment of that quality. For instance, we may say that he personifies honesty or she is the personification of competence or beauty. But that is not the personification we shall be discussing in this video. So let us see how we personalize your English through the figure of speech personification. And here is an example. The wind whispered through the trees. This personification is giving human traits to non-human things. Welcome to my YouTube channel, English Remastered. Let us rediscover the intricacies and nuances of the English language and prepare to be amazed. To understand this better, let us see some key usage examples. Emotions or actions. The wind whispered secrets or the flowers danced in the breeze. In daily life, my alarm clock screams at me or the cake is calling my name. Abstract concepts. Justice is blind or time flies. Nature or objects. The sun smiled down or the camera loves her. Why should we use personification? Because it adds drama, humor, and depth to writing, making abstract concepts easier to understand and inanimate objects more engaging to the reader. Let us now acquaint ourselves with the definition of personification. A personification involves giving a non-human, inanimate object the qualities of a person. Personification is a figure of speech that gives human qualities, emotions, or actions to inanimate objects, animals, or abstract ideas to create vivid, relatable imagery. Often used in literature and daily conversation, it transforms non human entities into acting, feeling, or thinking beings. It can also be used to personify an abstract quality. Let us also examine some authoritative definitions of personification. The Oxford Learner's Dictionary. The practice of representing objects, qualities, etc. as humans in art and literature, an object, quality, etc. that is represented in this way. Cambridge Dictionary. The act of giving a human quality or characteristic to something which is not human. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The representation of a thing or abstraction as a person or by the human form. Collins Dictionary. The attribution of human characteristics to things, abstract ideas, etc., as for literary or artistic effect, and the representation of an abstract quality or idea in the form of a person, creature, etc., as in art and literature. Let us now jump directly to examples in everyday language. Of course, literature is the best source to understand how personification works. However, personification can be used in everyday life as well. Here are some examples. The stars were sparkling and winking at all of us. I felt like the food kept calling me. My clothes stood so erect as if someone had ordered them to stay in attention as soon as I had ironed them. The sun kissed me while I was clicking a picture. The flowers danced to the wind. The best examples of personification, of course, come from literature. So, in the ensuing slides, we shall be seeing a lot of such examples from literature. The wind howled through the trees. This is from The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. The next one, the flowers danced in the breeze. This is from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. The waves crashed against the shore as if angry at the land. This is from The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Then we come to Robert Frost in The Storm Fear. When the wind works against us in the dark and pelts with snow, how the cold creeps as the fire dies at length. Look at the strong action verbs to find the human traits that are attributed to the wind and the storm. Emily Dickinson, in her poem Because I Could Not Stop for Death, writes, Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. William Blake personifies sunflowers as if they are talking to him in his poem. Two sunflowers move into the yellow room. Ah, William, we are weary of weather, said the sunflowers shining with dew. Our travelling habits have tired us. Can you give us a room with a view? Did you notice the last line? This is used by so many hotels and resorts which promise to give you a room with a view. In his poem Maudlin Walks, Oscar Wilde personifies the plane and the pine tree. And the plane to the pine tree is whispering some tale of love, till it rustles with laughter and tosses its mantle of green. In her poem Mirror, Sylvia Plath personifies the mirror as if it is giving a monologue. I am silver and exact, I have no preconceptions. Whatever I see, I swallow immediately, just as it is, unmisted by love or dislike. I am not cruel, only truthful. In the play A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare, there is such a beautiful portrayal of the emotions of the moon, which is also an example of personification. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. In the play, every man in his humour, Ben Jonson makes use of personification to create an effect in the minds of his readers. There are multiple examples of personification in the play. Here is one. It is my want speaks, not myself. Your honesty, dame, it flies too lightly from you. Here is some practical advice on how to use personification in a sentence. It can be used to describe something concisely and also to bring a deeper meaning and connection to the object or virtue being personified. However, it is figurative and so it cannot be used in formal essays, any kind of professional or technical writing, or to convey something literal. When you want to use it in a sentence, it should make sense. Like any figure of speech, personification also has to be used only if necessary. Personification can be used to make your readers empathize with the characters, both human and non human, in your writing. The one thing that you will have to take care of is to use the right verbs that describe exactly what you wish to convey. Personification versus anthropomorphism. Personification is the attribution of human characteristics to a non human entity for creating figurative language and imagery. Anthropomorphism, by contrast, is the literal attribution of human characteristics to animals and other non human beings, often for creating a specific type of character, a non human being that behaves like a human. Winnie the Pooh, The Little Engine That Could, and Simba from the movie The Lion King are all examples of the latter. The human qualities assigned to these characters are not just figurative ways of describing them as they are in personification. Rather, in anthropomorphism, the non human entities actually do human things like talking, falling in love, wiggling their eyebrows, and generally behaving like people behave. Friends, you are the reason why this video has been created. Are you prepared to be amazed again? If so, we would love to bring more videos for your consumption, each different from the rest. Please subscribe, press the bell icon, like and share. Thank you.